welcome to our worship team. We are all so happy to be here with you today. This is our official opening because we are the light of our chalices. So this opens our worship team video.
My name is Lisa Stein, and my pronouns are she and her.
Hi, I'm Amelia, and my pronouns are they and them.
Hi, my name is Alara, and my pronouns are they and them.
Hello, my name is Heather McLean Smith, and I use the pronouns she and her.
So you all might be wondering what activities the worship committee does. Well, we do everything for the Sunday services. And the first thing about Sunday services is that we do thematic worship. What that means is that every year we work with Reverend Ann to come up with a theme for that year. And you might notice that there's a word that's associated for every month on that theme. And so as we plan the Sunday services, we recruit all of the speakers, whether those speakers are external to Westwood or internal to Westwood. We make sure that the talks are on theme and that they have some sort of a spiritual message in addition to whatever message the speaker might want to give. And then along with those services, we also have to work with the music advisory group to coordinate the musicians and the hymns. We work with CYRE to ensure that all ages services are incorporated throughout the year, and also the earth-centered and other special things that Westwood does, like anything that we're working on with Truth and Reconciliation, or with Free Thinkers, or with Welcoming Congregation. Now, when the services are on, we also make sure that they are running smoothly. So we have a tech team that ensures that the services are running well, that the slides are controlled, and that we have promotion of our services, we're recording our services, and we post those services on the website after they're completed. Now, we always have a service leader as well, and that's a job of the worship committee to make sure that a service leader is in place for each Sunday service and that we've trained those service leaders. And then throughout the year, we have special events. It's not just about Sunday services, but we have winter solstice, we have workshops, we have special events that worship committee will assist with. So we will help with recruiting people, with running those events, and anything that we can do to make those special events go smoothly. And we do liaise with the board so that we know that worship and the board are on the same page. Now, the big question then with all of those activities, what is the time commitment of a worship team member? Well, we meet once a month, and that meeting can go anywhere between an hour or 2 hours, depending on the types of activities that we're doing. And then over the month, we each have activities that we do mostly via email, where we're contacting speakers or we're working on coordinating those services. So really the time commitment is not huge, and it makes an amazing difference to have the worship team get all of these pieces in place so that we have smoothly operating Sunday services.
Some of my favorite things about being on the worship team, Lisa actually touched on already, but one of them is our special events throughout the year. Winter solstice is one of my very favorite teams to work on because I feel very earth-centered in my own spirituality, and I love creating that meaningful space for the greater community and for ourselves at Westwood. It's a really special time of the year for me. And my other favorite thing about being on the worship committee is the synergy we get as a team when we have ideas that are flowing that we want to come into fruition, and then it happens, and that is the best feeling ever. Like, for example, when we have a theme for a month and we need speakers, and it just sparks that fire of, oh, I know the perfect person for this, and then a couple other people also know the perfect person, and then they all say yes, and it's amazing. And then the other piece that I wanted to touch on is how our team works together. So I have the great privilege of being the director of religious education at Westwood, which is a fancy way of saying that I work with our children and youth in the community. And so worship has me as an honorary member and also our wonderful minister, Ann Barker. And then we also have a chairperson and then 2 to 4 congregation members to balance things out and to gain that broader community perspective. And the tasks are split up among members.
Okay. So I'm the newest member of our worship team. I joined just recently at the beginning of 2021. I was invited by Alara because I had mentioned sort of wanting a deeper connection and like, more in different ways to be with the Westwood community. So I thought I would try it out. I didn't really know what worship team was when I started, but I am really enjoying it so far. It is, especially in these times when we can't gather all together in the same room, has provided me that like a deeper connection and a way to be feel closer to the people at Westwood. What I like most about attending and being part of the team is it's a very welcoming space. I felt at home right away. And even being very new and not really knowing what was going on, everyone is very helpful and is sort of easing me into doing more things for the committee and helping me out when I have questions and don't know how to do things. And I am getting more confident and more developing my skills at like coordinating service leaders and stuff like that. So so far it's been a very positive experience, and I'm excited to continue to do that, especially when we can do more things in our physical space.
I joined worship team a number of years ago, and I have thoroughly enjoyed my time on the worship team. When I think of Westwood and all of its parts that it has, I imagine worship as the very heart of Westwood. And I think of the board as more like the brain of Westwood. One of my favorite things about being on the worship team is the opportunity to participate in visionary work. We accept suggestions from the congregation for guest speakers, and then we try to slot them in accordingly where they would fit best based on our theme. It's an excellent opportunity to bring in folds of my life that might not know about Westwood or about Unitarian Universalism. So that's been a nice bridge piece for me as well. And I have just loved my time with Westwood.
So as we close every meeting, we will extinguish our chalice. And we don't have a real chalice, so again, we are the light being extinguished, but still going out into the world together.
I'm Lisa.
What are your pronouns, Lisa?
Fabulous! We have an intro. Okay, and then I will splice in Lisa's part. And then
we should do a laugh reel.
Totally. Bloopers reel at the end.
I'm gonna start over because I like cut myself off halfway through. Okay. So, wow, I'm gonna just start all over because I didn't introduce myself. Did we introduce ourselves? We should introduce ourselves.
I was just thinking that.